see the match? We're at the Amway Center, where the crowd is on their feet already. And this is what the playoffs are all about. It's 2-2, and we're in a crucial Game 5 of this first-round Eastern Conference match. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And you just can't take your eyes off Luol Deng. Always fun to watch.
Yeah, he's a bomber. That's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And of course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And he's very much a student of the game in terms of getting to know the tendencies of whichever player he's guarding on any given night and then gearing his defensive game plan to do what he needs to do to stop him.
You take a look at the Magic. With the series tied 2 games apiece, a chance here to retake the series lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
Well, it's no secret, guys, that in this situation, the winner of Game 5 goes on to win the series the vast majority of the time. So they don't want to let this one get away from them. And they have to go out on the road and win Game 6 in hostile territory.
Yeah, must win in a Game 6 on the road. Not the position you want to be in. I agree, Steve. They'd like to handle business here with their fans in front of them in a more comfortable environment at home.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. And good on the basket. Book it.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jacques Vaughn and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. I asked him what he was going to emphasize to his team, and he told me it all comes down to wanting it more. Both of our teams came in and took away 2 games from the other. This series is going to be a tooth-and-nail fight, and whoever wants it more is going to take it. Let's see exactly how much they want it, gentlemen.
Thanks, Doris. Clock at 6. Bosh hits the pick for Chalmers. This one for 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. On defense, Miami. They come off the loss on Friday.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
You know, I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just lifeless. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly.
Now here's Wade. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Double team on Wade. It's taken away by Payton. And here we go with the Magic fast break. With the floater, no luck.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog there. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
Chalmers with it. Now Payton defending. Dang, a screen on Payton. Chalmers dishes to McRoberts. The feed to Wade. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Payton drives in. Johnson kicks to Vucevic. And that one's good. He'd have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Wade against Johnson. Bosh hits the pick for Wade. Deng passes to Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. Payton with some nice D.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Here's Harris. Back to Johnson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Johnson's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
On the wing, Dwayne Wade. And the powerful one-handed slam. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
And you know, frustrated Steve is over.
Well, you know what, Kevin? Come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force. Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Makes it off the glass. Wade's got 6.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Orlando leading. Johnson with a screen on Chalmers. Payton dishes to Johnson. The pass to Gordon. It's hauled in by Luol Deng. The Heat have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Chalmers with it. Now Payton defending. The drive by Wade. The Heat shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Orlando, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Payton kicks to Johnson. Pass to Vucevic. And he gets it to go.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, you take the bump to maintain control of your body and put it in the hole. Tremendous play.
Now, here's Chalmers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Wade drives in. Inside to Bosh. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Magic have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Payton passes to Gordon. He kicks it to Harris. A three-pointer, no good.
Man, that's a shot you can't pass up. He should knock that down.
Puts it up. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. And a new group in for the... Johnson kicks to Gordon. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Johnson in a two-guard. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. Payton is out there with Tobias Harris. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here is McRoberts. Clock at 4. Baseline jumper. And he gets it to go. Chalmers has got his first basket. Magic leading by 4. Johnson the screen. Payton dishes to Harris. Harris, right side. The dive for the ball. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. 6 seconds. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Johnson gets the bucket.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Wade. 7 points in the game. And he gets the bucket. Wade's got 9 points.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Payton passes to Johnson. Feeds to Vucevic. The jump hook. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. Payton against Chalmers. Back to Deng. Shoots the 3. There's the bucket. Good. Deng's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Payton's shot is off.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Thanks, guys. Garbage man in their last game against the Heat was simply terrific. He dropped in 32 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
He feeds it to Gordon. Johnson kicks to Gordon. And he gets it to go. And it's a 7-point Orlando lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, and a key indicator of their activity defensively.
Yeah, another thing they've done well tonight, Steve, a lot of steals in the first half, really getting after it defensively.
Here's Wade following the score by Aaron Gordon. Off on the layup.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Passes to Payton. Dishes to Johnson. Pass to Gordon. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw missing. A different look for Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for BOSH. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Granger in for Luol Deng. And he's good on the second. The Heat trail by 8. Here's Napier. He dishes it to Haslam. 6 to shoot. He passes to Napier. From past the arc. And it's rejected. Danny Granger, the bucket on the assist by Anderson.
For 3.
Granger's got 5. Magic leading by 5. Ridnour dishes to Green. Green left side. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Napier. Kicks it to Granger. Can't hit. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. The dish to Ridnour. The feed now to Johnson. Down low, Nicholson. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got his 6th assist on the night.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Here's Napier. Looking for his first basket still in this one. A nice shot by Anderson.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now, here's Ridnour. Leading by 5. That's good. And that's 13 points for Johnson.
Yet another 3 for him, Kevin. He's really been draining them here in the second.
Here's Napier. The pass to Franklin. Pass to Napier. And it's blocked. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here are some of the league's monsters in the middle, the players with the most blocks in the regular season. Look at Johnson. Fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
You know, when you talk about having an impact on the team from a defensive standpoint, you've got to talk about this guy. I mean, he's broken up plays, he's disruptive, he denies in the paint, he denies shots, he challenges shots. I mean, he's a tremendous athlete, and because of that, he does a great job defensively.
Orlando leading by 8. Ridnour gets a screen from Johnson. There's the triple. That's good. And it's Ridnour picking up the assist. Johnson's got 12 points now in the quarter.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Anderson a screen on Green. Pass to Napier. It's up a 3. And the Heat, another 3.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Johnson to screen. He kicks it to Green. Back to Johnson. Feeds it to Gordon. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Gordon's got 7 points in the game.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Here's Napier. Here's Franklin. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. That'll do it for the first half. Magic lead by 10. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Garbage Man.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. Nick Roberts at the 4 with BOSH at center. And it's Dang in at the 3 slot. For Orlando, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Heat trail by 12. Chalmers passes to BOSH. Dang. He feeds it to Wade. Johnson on him. 11 feet away. And that's good off the glass that time. And that's 13 points for Dwayne Wade.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And let's not leave out another branding mark of his status as much in the clutch. When the big shot's needed to win a ball game, everybody in the building knows he's going to take it. Doesn't make any difference, though. He still finds a way to knock it down.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Now, here's Chalmers. Double teamed on Wade. Dang kicks to Wade. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Both free throws good from Wade. Orlando leading by 8. Here's Payton. Another shot, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That's good from Johnson. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Wade against Johnson. And there's the foul, and it's on Garbage Man. That's his first foul. Miami with the ball. 11-point game. Dang can't get it to go. Orlando's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Harris dishes to Johnson. Pass to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Vucevic. And it's 9 points for Aaron Gordon.
Well-executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Chalmers with it. BOSH. Vucevic defending. Outside BOSH. Dishes it to Dang. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Chalmers. They get it back. BOSH passes to Nick Roberts. That's good. Nick Roberts has got his second basket of the game.
Great pass by BOSH there.
Magic leading by 11. Johnson with a screen on Chalmers. Johnson outside. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Heat. Nick Roberts has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The Magic have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Harris outside. Back to Johnson. All sorts of time. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his third assist on the night.
Man, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
And Chalmers kicks to BOSH. Right side BOSH. Chalmers. Like it's 6. It's taken away by Payton. And it's Harris off the drive. Chris BOSH with the rebound. So BOSH has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Now here's Wade. He's got 15. 5 on the clock. And it's blocked by Johnson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams were the toughest on opposing ball handlers in the regular year. In 4th, the Heat.
Kevin, time and time again, this team has proved during the regular season that they were a force to be reckoned with at the defensive end of the floor. Active, always in the stands, always applying pressure.
Payton kicks to Johnson. Free throw line jump shot. That's good. Johnson's got 23 points.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
Yeah, and some players and teams even shy away from that mid-range jumper, but this team seems to have it dialed in from that range.
Here's Payton. He dishes it to Johnson. He passes to Gordon. Johnson kicks to Gordon. Johnson, defended by Chalmers. Johnson, the pass to Vucevic. The feed to Payton. Johnson the screen. Payton dishes to Johnson. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Orlando leading by 12. And Oladipo kicks to Bargnani. Now the dish to O'Quinn. Drilled from 11 feet out. O'Quinn's got his first basket of the night. He'd have gone even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. On the wing, Granger. Granger, right side. Shoots. Kicks it to Roberts. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Here's Johnson, and the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play. A different look for Miami. Vucevic checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Bargnani. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Evan Fournier. Here's Napier. Back to Dang. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 16-6 run. Oladipo, the pass to Johnson. He kicks to Nicholson. Orlando moving the ball around. They get it again. Harris. Now Oladipo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Johnson. And another shot. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 4 assists in the game.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Here's Napier. The pass to Roberts. Right side, Dang. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Johnson. Pass to Oladipo. The layup off target.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Here's Napier. Connects from 3-point range. Napier's got 6.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Oladipo. Misses off the left iron. The Heat trailed by 14. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Granger kicks to Dang. Back to Granger. Working on Nicholson with the fadeaway. Granger with the bucket. 9 points in the game so far. Now here's Johnson, and he has 28 points for the game.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the official.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Good if it goes, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Well, and we're back to the action here in this round 1 matchup. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Orlando.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. Payton is out there with Johnson, and it's Harris in at the small forward spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. And the basket by Johnson.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
And Chalmers kicks to BOSH. Passes it to Wade. Granger outside. And he gets it to go from the high post.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Orlando leading by 12. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, despite that possession, something I'd like is that they've really been in control while getting out to this lead. They've kept the turnovers down.
Luol Deng is checked in for Danny Granger. Now here's Wade. Outside BOSH. Back to Wade. Here's the teardrop. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Johnson.
Well, he gives his team such a boost when he's on the floor offensively, Kevin, just because of his ability to anticipate the game, to make the right pass, make the right play, and all the intangibles he brings to the table.
And something else he does that might not wind up in the stat sheet, but is still a big part of his game, his leadership defensively. Collectively, they're a much better team when he's on the floor.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
BOSH kicks to Deng. Feeds it to Wade. The teardrop falls in.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Magic leading by 12. And it's Johnson penetrating. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Now here's Deng. He feeds it to Wade. Fades away. No good off the front iron.
Defender's height advantage really forced a tough shot, a difficult shot. Tried to fade it over the top, but no dice.
Foolish play. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there while he's playing.
Well, the lead's only going to get bigger unless they shore up those mistakes. They got to tighten things up here.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Johnson with a screen on Chalmers. Payton drives in. Comes up empty off the pick.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
Chalmers dishes to McRoberts. Chalmers passes to BOSH. Back to Chalmers. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Shot clock at 6. Softly drops in the floater. Wade's got 19 points.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
Now here's Wade. After the miss from Johnson, Wade with it, picked up by Harris. Wade kicks to Chalmers. Inside to BOSH. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 4 assists in the game. Magic leading by 11. Johnson with a screen on Chalmers. Payton outside. Johnson outside. Pass to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Payton. Banked in off the glass.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
The Heat trailed by 13. And here is Chalmers. Dang dishes to BOSH. The feed to McRoberts. Wade is guarded by Johnson. Unloads from 13. A second chance effort. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And so McRoberts nails both of them.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
The Heat have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Wade passes to Chalmers. BOSH kicks to Dang. Dishes it to Wade. Second shot opportunity, and the basket good. McRoberts has got 4 points in the quarter.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Payton drives in. Vucevic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. And the Magic lead by 13.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
BOSH kicks to Dang. Back to BOSH. Wade. BOSH, a screen on Johnson. Goes up off the pick. And then Wade slams it in.
Right there, we saw BOSH opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Orlando leading by 11. Johnson goes in. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Johnson's got 39.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
BOSH kicks to Dang. Wade. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Wade's got 23 points.
Such an aggressive attitude he has. No invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
Johnson kicks to Payton. Back to Johnson. It's stolen by Wade. In transition, here comes Miami. Wade with the ball. Dang dishes to Chalmers. Wade against Payton. Wade passes to BOSH. It's stolen by Vucevic. Johnson against Wade. Offensive rebound. Count that one. And that's 11 points for Aaron Gordon.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Now here's Wade. Takes the 13-footer. Here's McRoberts. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando leading by 13. Johnson kicks to Harris. It's stolen by Dang. Back to Chalmers. He dishes it to Wade. Great D that time from Payton. The Magic have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Johnson can't hit.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Dang dishes to Chalmers. Six to shoot. Dang kicks it to Wade. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The track leader, the big house ball, yeah, I had to do that. I keep the blue flag hanging outside.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. Johnson, Wade is covering. That bucket in no time at all. 41 points for Johnson.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Wade kicks to Chalmers. He passes it to McRoberts. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the three. It's rebounded by Payton. Magic have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12.
Just an amazing game for Johnson. He's got 41 points, and those 4 3-pointers he said have helped him too.
Well, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Anderson is checked in for BOSH. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. Danny Granger is checked in for Lou Aldana. And it's Jamal Franklin in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Roberts. The dish now to Franklin. He kicks to Roberts. Heat moving the ball around. And it's Granger penetrating. The finger roll finish at the bucket. The Magic shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Now here's Johnson. Tight defense on him. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Well, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching our coverage of the first round of the NBA playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Dorisberg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We leave you now with our Jordan Player of the Game.
This team is a game away from putting this series to bed and moving on. Do you have to be careful not to think ahead to the next round at this point?
Oh, yeah, it's really important not to get caught up in thinking about the next round. We just got to focus on the next game. This is especially key in the playoffs where a single game can mean everything. We feel pretty confident about our chances in Game 6, but nothing's decided until we get on the court. And as a leader on this team, it's my job to make sure that the team doesn't lose sight of that.
I've been rapping for about 17 years, okay? I don't write my stuff anymore. I just kick it from my head, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. No disrespect, but that's how I am.